Hey guys, welcome to Drink Coin. It's Tyler again, and I just wanted to bring you a really quick video on what I'm going to be looking for come market open tomorrow and throughout the day. I've got a nice watch list of about 6 good stocks for you to potentially pay attention to and see if you can get your hands on while they're at a good price. First one I'm going to be looking at is DSS, and it had a nice little setup where it was trending upwards still, even on a day where the market was kind of down the whole day. It did end up closing around that 4.48 range, went down to 4.37 after hours. I think it's going to gap up pretty nicely tomorrow. Most of these are going to gap up pretty nice in my opinion, but this one particularly, I'm going to see if it can possibly test new highs. You know, it was up here around this 4.699 range, 4.7 at one point. It briefly broke, so I'm going to be looking for it to potentially break this point of resistance around here. It looks like it's supporting nicely around this area of the 4.4 range, so I'm going to look for it to bounce through and potentially go and test that 4.75 4.8 range going into market tomorrow. I did a video earlier this week on PAVM if you want to check them out and see what type of company they are, but I'm going to be looking for them to trend pretty decently upwards tomorrow as well. They were testing that 3.678 range previously over the past couple of days of market, and on Friday this was the highest point it went. Obviously this is like significantly up from the 9th just 3 days prior, so I'm going to be hoping that it bounces off this potential support of 3.4. There's probably going to be a lot of buying volume coming in. You see the volume's been ramping up a lot over the past few market days, so I can see this going up and potentially testing those 3.7 3.8 ranges throughout the day as we get more towards market close tomorrow. I know a lot of you are very interested on CCIV lately with the potential Lucid Motors merger coming into play, and it's ramped up a ton. Like on Friday alone, it went from a low of 33s all the way up to a high of 41.37. I could see this potentially retesting those 40s coming in tomorrow with a gap up. I think it could push 42 with the momentum that's going around right now, so I think we could see a peak between 42 and 44 as our highest during the day, and then it does look like it's going to start trying to support around that 39-40 line depending with the VWAP and everything. Right now it is fighting that VWAP, so if it keeps pushing above, I am going to see more trends up here and potentially test around that 42 to 44 range. For FSR, Fisker, they are riding a lot of momentum right now with the news coming out of the price target hitting 27. I think by the end of the week they might be getting close to that 27 range. I think tomorrow with this significant gap up that they're doing where they were already trending upwards off their support line towards the end of market close of that 18, if you're looking to get in on them, you're going to be looking to buy in on them early in the day if you potentially can within the first 30 minutes of market, or pre-market if you can with their hype. And then I think they're going to be starting to test the 20s again and pushing towards that $22 to $23 range for their peak tomorrow. There's going to be a couple different tests for HYLN holdings going into market close tomorrow. I see a support around 18.7 18.75 roughly, and I'm going to be looking for it to retest that $20 range and push in there. If it does break that $20, I do see it running and trying to test that previous high of 22.18 that we saw on the 11th, and if it can get up there, I can see it start supporting above that $20 range, and that's going to be very nice for an outlook for them long term. Obviously they jumped a ton with the release of their battery that they came out with, and this is only going to push the stock higher over time. So like I said, long term I see them being priced at $50. Short term I could see them hitting $30 potentially in the next couple weeks to a couple months, so just look out for this. This is a pretty good buy range for them now still while it's under $20 if you can get in, and I'm going to be looking for them to push up to those previous highs that we saw last week. And lastly, as for Zomedica, I do see them supporting around here at the 2.56 range roughly towards market close. It usually fights pretty hard during pre-market, so I do see this going up pretty high during pre-market. I could see potentially hitting that 2.6 or higher pre-market. It's going to be a nice buying point while it's still low, and then as we get into market, I do see it retesting that 2.75 range, and if it pushes there, it's going to be running and hitting that 2.97 range. I do see it peaking above here with either tomorrow or Wednesday around $3, so I'm going to be looking between that $3 $3.50 range for my personal look on where I'm seeing Zomedica, but it is very promising for their run that they're going to gap up with tomorrow. This is about 11 p.m. Mountain Time right now where I'm at. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow come market open and what we could potentially see over the next day or two for all of those stocks mentioned. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want more analysis on going into different market days or coming off of the weekend for what you could be looking for in the following market week, be sure to let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to show your support for the channel as we keep growing. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.